Welcome guys back to more episodes of The Walking Dead. We're on to episode 3 of season 2. That last one was kind of what I expected was coming at the beginning of it, because we'd just been introduced to these new inmates. There were 5. There are now 2. They are locked away in their own cell block. Leave them up to it because Rick had to do what was required again, because the leader of their group, at least the person who decided to make him appoint himself leader, was totally unhinged, didn't care, one of those every man for himself, whether he's part of a group or not, and he had to go. And Rick made the right decision. I stand by it. I think he did the right thing. But the good thing from the episode was it does appear as though Herschel is okay. I don't know how. Twofold. The fact that he survived having his leg chopped off when he was conscious. I mean, I know he passed out from it, but that's what I'm saying, without any anaesthesia, obviously. And 2, he was bit, and it does appear to have worked. So we've learned something there. We now have some medical supplies. We do have some food. I say we, I mean them. And Carl, I like Carl. He's going to be his dad. He's so going to be his dad. But because he's still the age that he's at, he's thinking he can perform certain tasks, and he's getting himself into trouble with his mum in particular, because he went off to the infirmary, went and did that himself because everybody else was busy and he didn't see a problem with it. But we all know the danger. Okay, so, right, we're going to carry straight on, and let's go and watch episode 3. Just before I do, don't forget, if you are enjoying The Walking Dead, don't forget to hit the subscribe, and we will carry straight on. Let's go.
Have faith, guys. I've got us through a lot worse than some light turbulence, right?
I love that sound. that was a nasty crash. Where are we? Oh no, that's now. That is now. I thought we'd gone back. I thought it was a flashback. Not really given as much on her at all yet, have they? Are we going to get it?
Push yourself.
I mean, the last fucking thing you need in this world is to get normally sick. Just a normal sickness. But where's that took off from? Is that took off from a military base close by? And there are still survivors? Well, he doesn't pose much of a threat.
Any survivors?
With more people in the area. We've clearly got more people in the area. Probably scavenging for supplies or anything they can get their hands on. Just saying.
Save those rounds until you need them.
Let him take it. They're right fucking there. This is the world that you're in. This is another thing. You're too young, fertile, pretty women. And these men have probably not been around a woman for quite some time. You gotta stay hidden. Oh man. That looks so good. Oh shit. Yeah.
Easy does it, girl.
No way.
It's a whole lot bigger than yours.
That's his voice. I know the actor's voice. How is he alive? Oh my god. You're gonna know who it is.
Yeah.
Ha! Oh my god.
Hey, you look good.
Oh look. They're taking him back to wherever their camp is.
5 minutes. Get off the radio. Well, what is it? Now, Mo.
This is nuts. Why didn't you guys tell me? Although I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad. I didn't read any spoilers if there were any.
But you was wondering if I was real.
Yeah.
Probably hoping I wasn't.
He went back for you. Yeah, but Rick, you were already gone.
Well, not all of me.
I did read in the comments, one of you mentioned the other day on one of the episodes, when that was happening with Mel, why did he cut his hand off? Why didn't he just cut like his thumb off and slide the other 4 fingers out of the handcuffs? I agree, yes, he probably could, but I think it was done on the show for impact more than anything. And could also be, would you be thinking that clearly even Merle at that point, knowing you just want to get free, chop the fucking hand off? You're not thinking, well, hang on a minute, I mean, maybe if I just try a thumb first. I don't know, but I thank you for pointing that out.
We had to leave Atlanta. We wound up on a farm. Daryl stepped up. Became a valued member of the group.
No, he's dead.
No.
I don't know that for sure.
How you feeling?
Probably.
We want our weapons.
Under guard.
Protect our people. We don't know you.
We know enough about you to want out of this place. We watched you drive a knife into the skulls of 2 dead men. What the hell was that all about?
They turn.
They weren't bitten.
However we die, we all turn.
So they know.
And you especially, you need a solid night's sleep. You wouldn't last another day out there in your condition.
I mean, this is clear. This is closer to any sort of civilization we've had in a long time. Yeah, they've sealed the road off with flatbed trailers and gates.
That's heavy artillery they're packing.
Some men arrived with guns, but most of the weapons were scavenged over time.
And the other side of town, the rest of the streets, they're all guarded like this?
God is a creeper, Governor.
It is like an elected title.
Got him. He brought his buddies.
Can't leave them to rot. Creates an odor, makes people uneasy.
What people? There's nobody here.
I think there
It's a
might
ghost
be.
town.
Now, I know you got a lot more questions, but I got work to do. My man will be outside the door if you need anything else.
Look at this! What the fuck?
Real.
Oh my god!
Out there for a long time.
They've actually got some resemblance of normality here.
Still a work in progress, but Rome wasn't built in a day.
That's a
I mean, if it's done right, this is what humankind does. Rise from the ashes time. No matter how few of us are left, this is what you have to do. You have to come back together. You have to form a group. You have to form a society. You have to, what they've done here, fortify an area, man it, guard it, provide whatever facilities that you can, go out, scavenge, get what you can. This is good, but I don't know how they've done it and how resourceful they are, or whether they're brutal with it. I don't know. We don't know enough yet. But I like how it's showing this, because there would always be someone that would try to do this. This is kind of what Rick was. I'm not saying this is what Rick had in mind when he said we need to find somewhere that we can fortify. They've found a prison, but these seems to have gone that one step further and gone, let's make it in a residential area and clear it out and seal it off. But what's the price of admission? And what's the price to stay? Because if he's been elected governor, whether that's via democracy or it just happened like it does with the leaders of every other group, the strongest survive, the strongest end up in charge. I don't know what makes people want to stay here. Do they feel safe? Are they expecting anything back from them? I mean, I'm presuming everybody here has to have something that they contribute, because that's how the society works.
Nobody out after dark. Noise and light are kept to the bare minimum. Armed guards on the fence and patrolling the perimeter to keep the biters away.
There was 10 in my group. We got maybe 60 miles from the post before getting jammed up on the highway.
But I'm not sure what he's going to do with you yet.
Let me go find the rest. Bring them here, they'll be safe.
I'm really pessimistic, aren't I? Sorry.
They're waiting for you. Exposed. Did you finish your homework?
Unfortunately, the dog's eating it already.
We've got a lab.
What the hell you call me?
Hey, where are we?
Well, a little one.
Back in the schoolyard. Maybe haven't learned anything at all.
He was trying to smoke in here.
And you expect better. She from that group in Atlanta?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Same one left me on the roof.
forced me to mutilate myself.
Well, she didn't.
You take away their arms so they can't grab you. Take away their jaws so they can't bite you. Take away their ability to eat. They lose interest in doing so.
Lurkers.
Docile.
Lurkers.
Or lurkers, you know, whatever you like.
No, that's right. It's the right word.
If they're not eating, why don't they starve?
They are starving. They
Right.
just do it slower than we do. Letting Merle talk to those women unsupervised is a mistake. Now, you've always said every toolkit needs a hammer, but do you really feel a hammer is the right tool for that job? The two you had in chains, who were they? The way you controlled them, used them to your benefit. You did know them, didn't you?
She wants out of here.
The real secret is what goes on within these walls.
That's what I want to know.
It's about getting back to who we were, who we really are. Purpose. We're a community.
With a lot of guns and ammunition.
Never hurts.
And really big walls.
And men willing to risk everything to defend them.
We're going out there and we're taking back what's ours.
Civilization.
Well, we can make these meals to go and your weapons will be waiting outside, but you should take time to relax.
I don't believe him.
Get your strength back.
Neither does she.
Yeah.
And give this a day or two, that's all I'm asking. Some time to get our shit together.
My shit never stopped being
That
together.
you could do.
7 months together, all we've been through. I still feel like I hardly know you. Those walkers were with us all winter long, protecting us, and you took them out without any hesitation. That had...
It was easier than you think.
This was so not an episode I was expecting away from our Grimes group. That's the only thing I could think to call them right now. The grimy group. White flag.
We found your guy, Wells. Lieutenant Wells? His chopper went down, but he's alive. But Wells, he told me I would find you here. He wants me to bring you to him.
They found Wells. They got him. They found him.
We sure did. We found you too.
Is how they do it. That's some really good cinematography. This is how they fortify. They take. It's his way or the highway. This guy's brutal. This guy's a killer. Wow.
Pick out the rest of these weapons.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
See what else you can scavenge.
Let's see what Uncle Sam brought us, shall we?
But all military trained men that could add to your security force, you kill. Who would probably would have stayed because they're on their own. I'm not even sure if everyone here isn't here against their will.
He told us about his convoy on the highway.
We found them, they were dead.
His men.
Ready for it?
Fighters got there before we did. The men had trucks. The trucks had weapons, food, medicine, things we need.
Yeah, exactly.
And we didn't know them. Won't be long before dark, so go on home.
The Wild West's back.
Be thankful for what you have.
Oh,
Haven't had many
Andrea's not
shows on
seeing
the
it, is she? Not now. He's talked around.
So what's your real name?
I never tell.
So you just
Never
don't
say
go over
never.
there. Okay then. Well, there's more to... What the hell was this shit? Oh no. Oh no! What the hell is this? That's the pilot. Still alive. Well, not alive, but you know what I mean. Still moving. Shit. Okay, episode 3 of season 3. Very interesting episode. Was not expecting a divert from our main group. I'm going to call them the Grimes group for now because I don't know what else to call them. If there's a name that they use, let me know in the comments. Anyway, that to one side. So this place is fortified pretty well. And obviously it's been done in like a residential area, which is why they've got homes, they've got power, they've got everything set up that they need. This governor guy though, I just got a bad sense from him immediately. But the biggest shock, right at the beginning, was Merle. I knew the guy's voice before it even showed him on screen. I thought the writers had actually written him out of it because we've gone a whole season and a half thinking he was dead, and why would you think they were going to bring somebody back after that long in this kind of show with how quickly and easily people die? So he's got involved with this group. He's like one of his main men, obviously. We don't know enough about this governor yet. He's got a lot of dark side to him. He appears to have lost his family, same as many others, but he's got some twisted trophy walker head cabinet. I don't know what the fuck's that about. That's kind of serial killer psychopath time. Why is it all these weirdos like this always ends up the ones that are in charge? I mean, I've noticed everyone being very, very careful how they present themselves and how they talk and how they act around him. Like I said, that's tiptoeing around him. And Andrea was right initially. She was getting the bad vibes the same as Michelle was about this place, asking questions and what was with the body outside hanging from the fucking tree. What did he do? What did he steal cornflakes? I'm sure there's a story to that. Whether we get it or not, I don't know. We probably won't. That's probably just there just for effect. Interesting. And we don't know quite how far away this is from where our guys are at the prison. It could be within 10 miles, it could be 50 miles, it could be 200 miles. I don't know, because Michelle and Andrea have spent 10 months on the road. I liked that Andrea made out that she thought she just did it on a whim and killed her two walkers, protectors, lurkers, whatever you want to call them, on a whim. And she's like, you don't get it. That is so not. That took all I had. You don't know an awful lot about me. She seems very closed off for whatever reason. Andrea's more the kind to volunteer the information. She clearly isn't. She took care of her all winter. I'm presuming Andrea just had some like winter flu or something. I've no clue. But like I said, that's the last thing you need in this show, is just to get normally ill with something that floors you, that puts you on your back. Because once you're on your back, I mean, if you feel like you're dying from flu and you're coughing and splurting and sniffling and you're aching all over, you can't be fighting things trying to come through the door trying to kill you. So that's got to be rough, as much as Herschel with a missing limb. You know, you are incapacitated, whether it's permanent, semi-permanent or temporary. And that was a good episode. I like that they've introduced a whole new character base, a whole new set of people, a whole new area, and in effect is probably what's going to be our main antagonist for the time being, this governor guy. And we didn't see our group in that episode whatsoever. This was a step away from it completely and catching up with Andrea, and there's this new girl now called Michelle. I just called her Assassin's Creed up until this point because I didn't know her name. Right, I think that'll do for now. There's still many more questions. Obviously, Merle trying to get as much information as he could out of Andrea as to the whereabouts of his brother and whether he's assuming he's still dead. And Andrea's told him the truth. She's not lied about it. I haven't seen him in months. We were overrun by a herd at a farm. That was it. She also wasn't party to the information that Rick revealed to the rest of the group when they met up on the highway about the fact that everyone's infected, which is why she initially made the assumption as, what the fuck's going on with you guys? Stabbing people in the head who are already dead. Not knowing that they come back and that the whole fucking human race is infected, and we don't know how. He does appear to have some sort of scientist guy performing whatever experiments. What they're trying to work out, I don't know, whether they're trying to reverse it or figure out what causes it or figure out a cure for those that are infected. I mean, obviously the ones that already turned, it's too late. But obviously she didn't part with the information that she was aware of from the CDC because we saw it all up on the screen as to what happens when you come back, and then it's only a small portion of the brainstem that comes back, and the part that is you is gone. All those electrical impulses that's in the rest of your brain is no more. What comes back is an autonomous killing machine. She didn't power that information because obviously he hasn't got that kind of facility available to him. It's a very small, temporary, almost like school science lab that he's got there. But what this governor's up to, I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. Right, okay, back for episode 4 and 5 on Patreon next week. We're doing 2 on there, 1 on YouTube for the time being. If you do want to watch them in full length, you can just check the link in the description. That will give you a hyperlink over to Patreon, and you can watch them there. And all that's left for me to say is thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. By all means, post your comments down below. Please try and keep the spoilers to a minimum. I do have a moderator going through them at the moment because I know this is a very popular show. People get a little bit ahead of themselves and get a little bit excited, and they give away stuff that they shouldn't. Thankfully, no one up to this point gave it away that Bill was coming back into it. So kudos to everybody for keeping the mouth shut on that, because that was quite a shock. Right then, also for me to say is, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, if you enjoy this series of The Walking Dead, or All of Us Are Dead, or any other show that I do on my channel, I've covered about 45, 50 TV series by now, and we're heading up to the 3-year mark of the channel. So, with that said, I would appreciate if you give it a quick subscribe. That way you'll know when all the videos are posted. I more or less post every day of the week, and I will see you for episodes 4 and 5 next. Okay, guys, see you for the next one.